What's up, you guys? I'm here at Team Symmetry. So I'm finally on break, you guys. Done my finals, finally relaxed. It's a really nice feeling. I told you guys that I would be shooting out these videos almost daily if I could. And I was thinking, I want to start off with a really good video. So I was thinking of the things I could talk about. And then a friend of mine on Facebook suggested talking about, as he put it, coming out of the Yugioh closet. And what that basically means is it has nothing to do about sexual orientation. It has to do with coming out of the closet, admitting you play Yu-Gi-Oh. So I thought to myself, making a segment of that is going to be too hard, too much time, and it would probably get boring really quickly. So I thought, why don't I just cover the topic in one chat episode? So that's exactly what I'm here to do today. I'm here to talk about admitting you play Yu-Gi-Oh. Now, the reason why I'm talking about it is because I first had to think about the age bracket of the people that watch my videos. I know I have kids that watch my videos all the way up to people who are older than me that watch my videos. And then in the middle you have your middle schoolers and your high schoolers. And that is where admitting you play Yu-Gi-Oh is probably one of the hardest things in the world. So we'll start with the basics. Why is it so hard to admit you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Well, I'll start with something first. I didn't play Yu-Gi-Oh in high school after my freshman year. My freshman year I played because I found a group of sophomores who played, and I played because they played. That was it. Very basic. And we played in a place where no one even went to, so like very few people knew we played. I mean, every once in a while we'd do trades or whatever outside on the schoolyard, and it would look kind of awkward, but I didn't really care about that until like later on, where like people just kind of rag on you for playing Yu-Gi-Oh. But I mean, that's how high school is. But why is it so hard to make you play Yu-Gi-Oh? I would say the reason why it's hard is that people are going to look down upon you because that's how people are. That's how society is. Like, I've talked about it in the stereotype Yu-Gi-Oh episode that society looks down on people that play games and all this crap because they say you're doing nothing productive, you're not, I guess, helping society, you're not doing anything. And I mean, it's just because they don't get it. They don't understand. They don't understand what we do here. They don't understand that people have YouTube channels, they inspire people with their videos. They don't understand any of that. They look at Yu-Gi-Oh as just another card game like Pokemon or Digimon or any of these other animes. They look at it as a card game that Japan came up with to make money and to get people to just buy their stuff and to just like waste time instead of doing other stuff. Now that's some people's opinions. Other people just are like, oh, it's so childish, you're like playing with like little card monsters, and like, that's really ignorant too when you think about it, because people are always quick to pass judgment on everything if it's something they don't like. Like, they'll look at their cards and be like, this is so stupid. Like, if you're playing with insects, you're playing with bugs. Like, who wants to play with bugs? You're playing with rabbits. Why are you playing with bunnies? Like, they don't get it. They don't get the importance of, like, those cards, like, what they mean to people. So that's one thing. Other things that are hard is that in high school, especially high school is like a battleground. And what I mean by that is that everyone wants to be popular. Like, let's be honest, you go into high school, you hope you can be popular. You hope you can be big man on campus. You hope that you can, if you're a guy, date the prettiest girl. If you're a girl, date, the captain of the football team, whatever those stereotypes are, whatever crap they always talk about. I never cared about any of that in high school, but I'm just giving you guys like a general overview of that. And in order to do that, you have to play the role of that person. You kind of have to put aside the stuff you enjoy and kind of conform to what high school wants you to be. They want you to be that person that, plays sports, that does okay in school, that goes to parties on the weekend, that gets your license early, that drives early, is cool because you drive people around, all that bullshit. And Yu-Gi-Oh is just something that like, oh, you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, we're not friends. Like, literally, that's kind of like the approach. And it's really sad when you think about it, because for myself in high school, after my freshman year and after people pretty much stopped playing at school because we had to move to different rooms and it just got to be too hard, I didn't really play. I never brought out my cards again. I never brought them to school again. And my sophomore, junior, senior year, I only played on Fridays and weekends. And it was kind of sad because, I enjoyed the game. This is back when the formats were like Monarchs and GBs, and there were all these different decks, and, like, the only time I could play is like once a week, and like it kind of sucked because it just, it wasn't the same. I couldn't really enjoy my game that much. And the thing is that it was hard, like, having to admit, having to tell people, like, oh, no, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh anymore. Like, having to lie like that sucks so much. When in reality, you knew your cards were at home. You knew when you got home you were going to try to build a new deck. Like, you had all these ideas that you just had to hide from people, and it sucked because you kind of had to live kind of like a double life. That, oh yeah, I'm cool, I don't play Yu-Gi-Oh, I do this stuff. When in reality, I mean, hell, half the time I was out doing stuff, I wanted to play cards. Like, literally, I was just like, this just sucks. But it's high school, you got to grind through it and get through it. These days I look back and I think, how different would my life had been had I admitted I played Yu-Gi-Oh? You know, would I have all the friends I made in high school? Would I have, you know, any of the success I had in high school? People that wondered, I did a couple sports in high school. I only ran track and cross country. I like to run. I mean, would I even have done that? Would I have, you know, done any of that? You know, I thought about it. And people were wondering, my senior year, I actually did do Grease, the musical, because senior year was pretty awesome. Senior year is always chill. And senior year, I'd already established, like, my relationship with, like, everyone in the class. So it was like, I knew everybody knew me, everyone respected me. That's all I needed. I didn't care about anything else. I played Yu-Gi-Oh! I did Grease because I had the look back then. Back when I had hair, I did that. So in place of Yu-Gi-Oh!, I did other things. And, you know, you would think, you know, doing a play, you're going to get a lot of like bullshit, but didn't happen because Grease was a respected play. So, I mean, it was stuff like that. I think a lot of people were like, whoa, Slim, you danced, you sang? Yeah, I can't sing for shit. Like, literally, like, I lip sync that whole thing. Like, I couldn't sing, you guys. It was horrible. But it was a lot of fun, too. And, you know, I think it was that kind of inspired me at that point, that I was like, you know, I was like the last person anyone would expect to get up on stage. And you know, I did it. I did well. The whole cast did well. And it got me thinking, you know, why am I so afraid to admit I play Yu-Gi-Oh? You know, why am I so afraid to admit that this is something I do? And, you know, it was too late by then. I was graduating high school. I was going on to college, and that was it. But a good friend of mine told me, you know, people play at college. I'm like, really? They play Yu-Gi-Oh? Like, yeah, like, come down, bring your cards one day. Well, the first day I went, you know, I followed him, and I was like, holy shit, they're playing Yu-Gi-Oh! They were playing Blackwings. This was during the Blackwing format. I was like, oh, wow, you know, maybe I can get back into the game. I mean, flash forward to now, never in a million years would I think that I would have taken it this far. Never in a million years would I thought that I would have made this channel. I would have made the impact on people I have. I would have had the SlimXTeamSymmetry, the name, the movement, everything. And never would I have thought that I would have gone around a couple places in the world to play this game, to record videos. You know, it's amazing when you think about that. But at the same time, it's like, why was it so hard to admit? And I fully understand what people are going through. People that can't admit they play in high school. I understand that. I totally understand that, and I was the same way. But here's my couple tips of advice if you really are uncomfortable and you really just want to admit you play. Here's a couple things. Your best friends and true friends will be beside you regardless of what you say. Regardless of like, oh, you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Okay, cool. End of story. Let's move on to something else. That's a true friend. They'll support you, and they'll accept that you play that. And on that side note, no one is perfect, you guys. Everyone has a weird habit that they do. Everyone has a problem that they do. And, you know, if they look down upon you for playing Yu-Gi-Oh, I'm sure they have their own things that they do that are just as annoying or just as ridiculous. And, you know, that's the whole thing, is that you can argue, you know, you get mad at me for playing Yu-Gi-Oh, but you do this, you do that, and, you know, that's kind of where, like, the balance is. It's like, you know, be fair, you know, you can't get mad at someone who's gonna play Yu-Gi-Oh when you do something else that's, like, 10 times worse, you know, like, that's the whole thing, is that Yu-Gi-Oh keeps you, like, out of trouble, like, seriously, like, myself included, it keeps you out of trouble, it keeps you out of doing stupid things, and, you know, you can't help but respect that. You can't get mad that you play a card game. Like, granted, it's a children's card game, but, I mean, look at the global movement it has, look how around the world, how people play this game, and how dedicated some of these players are. Like, I mean, like, it's just, you know, it's inspiring to me when I see that. And, you know, that's one thing. Other thing is, you know, high school, like I said, is a battleground. You all want to be like the best thing ever. You want to establish yourself. But here's something you need to remember. When you graduate, when you get your degree, that's it. Your high school days are over. You start at the bottom of the totem pole again when you go to college. And the thing is, everything you did in high school, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter anymore. You might have been the best football player. You might have been the best actor, actress. You might have been big man on campus. You might have been the most popular person in the school. But when you get to college, you're just a face in the crowd. And it doesn't matter anymore. And I think that's the beauty of college, is that you're not going to get any higher on the totem pole. That totem pole is like permanent. And the reason why I say that is I'm noticing as I get on in my years in college is that we're all aiming for the same thing. We're all aiming for a degree. We're all aiming to get a job. And, you know, that's it. We're not competing with each other. We're not, you know, trying to stab each other in the back to do better than someone else. We're not doing any of that. We're just all there as adults trying to get higher, learning higher education, and to graduate and to move on to jobs in the world. That's why college is amazing, and that's why Yu-Gi-Oh is a lot easier in college. I play every freaking day, you guys. I mean, every damn day. It doesn't matter what deck. I could play a different deck every day, but I still play and I still love it. And I think it's like the greatest thing ever is that I can connect again with the game that I love so much, that I can play it daily, I can get better, I can make these videos, I can do all this stuff. And you know, I didn't have those opportunities in high school, and that's the thing, is that it's hard. Like, I know it's hard to admit you play, and what I can tell you is that it's gonna be okay if you admit and people don't like it. You know, like I told you, your true fans will stay by your side, and people that you look up to will, you know, they'll understand that you play. Like, it's nothing to be embarrassed about. I never understood that. Like, the statement, I play Yu-Gi-Oh! Cool. Basic. Same thing as, oh, well, I play football, I play video games, I go shopping, I cook, I bake, I do all these things. They're the same thing. Everyone's doing an activity they enjoy. I never understood why it has to be so different, why it has to be considered so frowned upon. I never understood that. And I feel that that's the whole point, is that it's just another thing to do. That's what Yu-Gi-Oh! Is. It's something to do. Why does it have to be so looked down upon? And that's just the thing, is that people made it into something like that. And that's like my whole point, is that it doesn't matter. It shouldn't matter. Like, I understand if you're in middle, high school, and you want to be popular, you know what? Do your own thing. But if you want to be yourself, like, I would much rather have admitted I played and been myself than had to lie about it and had to play a double life. Be one person in front of the people at high school, be one person, be another person, be the real me in front of the people that I played with on Fridays and weekends. And now I can be that one whole person, that one true person, and that person is someone who, you know, I play Yu-Gi-Oh, but I'm still a person, you know, I still have my own life, I still, you know, I'm crazy. Like, ask anyone that I talk to, ask anyone that I hang out with. I'm a crazy dude. I'll jump into people's arms, I will jump and hug people, I do the most random stuff at regionals and events. Like, I'm crazy. I have a good time, I enjoy life, and that's my whole point, is that Yu-Gi-Oh is just so amazing for the fact that it's just something I can do, and I can enjoy myself while I do it. And that's something that I think you all should take away from this video, is that we play because we enjoy it. We play because it's something we like to do. It's no one's damn business if we play. No one can pass judgment on it. If they do, pass judgment on something they do, or just ignore them. Like, that's the whole point, is that they're gonna hate on it, let them hate, you know, like, it doesn't matter. Everyone knows that with Yu-Gi-Oh, you learn so many things. You learn life lessons. I've taught you guys a lot of life lessons, and I learn new stuff every day myself, and I feel that that's just, you know, amazing, is that this game gives you so much to be thankful for. And that's, you know, that's just it. At the end of the day, that's enough, that I can learn something from this game, I can inspire other people, and I can enjoy my life playing Yu-Gi-Oh! And I know everyone's gonna ask, you know, the biggest question to date is always, how do you tell the girl you like that you play Yu-Gi-Oh, or the girl you're dating you play Yu-Gi-Oh? Now, for myself, you know, I'm single, you know, I'm doing my own thing, you know, I talk to girls, and, you know, I do my own thing, and, you know, some of the ones I've been talking to recently, like, they know about my channel. I have them on Facebook. They know what I do, and you would wonder, you know, what is that like for you, Slim? Like, people ask me, you know, what is it like for you? And the thing is, so far, I've been very lucky. I've met a lot of girls who are cool with what I do. There are some in particular that, like, they knew about my channel, they saw it, they were like, I don't really get it. I'm like, you probably wouldn't. And I'm like, is it okay? And they messaged me back, and they're like, what do you mean, is it okay? I'm like, do you have a problem with me playing, or do you have a problem with what I do? And they messaged me back, and they're like, no. They're like, why would I? And I would tell them, you know, well, in the past I've had that problem, because I have had that problem, guys. I've had that problem in high school. I had that problem just like with different girls. You tell them, oh, you do that? Well, that's kind of lame, you know, like, that was like the response. But recently the response has been, it's something you enjoy, why would I have a problem with it? You have fans and people who look up to you, why would I look down upon it? And, you know, that's just it. That statement right there is just it. Why would I have a problem with it? If you find a girl that says that, or you find friends that say that, keep them and don't let them go, because that is something just amazing. The fact that they're cool with it is just amazing. And, you know, that's just it, you know. Find people, surround yourself with people who want you to be successful in the game. Surround yourself with people who want you to do well, who want you to continue playing, and just support you as a person, because that's all you can ever ask for in the world, is that people just accept you for who you are, and you accept them for who they are. So at the end of the day, that's it. If you have a problem admitting it, I understand, but at the same time, think about it. Think about, do you really want to live a dual life? Do you really want to have to lie about playing this game, or do you really just want to live the life that you want? Because finally, after high school, after graduating high school, several years later, I can say I'm finally living that life. I'm playing Yu-Gi-Oh! I'm making YouTube videos. I'm traveling around the world to play the game. I'm inspiring people with my videos, and I can still be myself. I can still go out on dates. I can still enjoy myself, and I can still just, be the person I want to be. And that's what I want for everyone else. So I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. I was a little, I guess the word is a little dramatic, a little deep, but I wanted to address this issue because I felt that if you're afraid to admit it, don't be afraid. Everyone goes through the same problems, and you will be fine. Like, that's my whole thing, is you'll be fine. Don't be afraid to admit and to be the person that you truly are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs it up. 150, 200 plus likes for the next episode. I'll figure out something. Some Psychology is going to be returning with side decking, but I just wanted to kind of take a step away and just really talk about a very important topic in the game and in life, as these episodes always are. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Thumbs it up, and comment below if you want to, with any other chat ideas that you guys have, any other issues you want me to address, because I can go for days on these videos. You give me a topic, I'll run with it, and I'll turn it into something great. So, hope you guys enjoyed it. Thumbs it up, and thank you for watching. And remember, don't ever be afraid to be who you are and play the game that you play.